Ole Miss pulled away from Georgia State at home 63-7 last weekend, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes Simmons. We had a bit of a shaky start against Georgia. He improved at that position with his talents. A transfer from Missouri. And they give it to him to start, and he's ahead for just a couple. The fake to Lacey. The quick throw out wide, caught by Harrison Wallace, the third. Transfer from Penn State. Austin Simmons given plenty of time, running out of time, and down he goes near the line of scrimmage. Officially gain of 1, so no sack. Oscar Bird is the punter. It's short, and contact made with Ty Bryant, who is back deep for it, and a flag is thrown. Ante Dowdell lines up behind him in the pistol. One of those two new running backs. He gets nothing. In fact, a loss of a yard. Three-man rush. They do block it. He has some running room. He throws a back shoulder, broken up, a flag down. He is on the field for 1st and 10, second possession for the Rebels from their own 36. Kewan Lacey trying to get outside. He cut not, and he got blasted. Play by Ty Bryant up from the secondary. Play action pass. It comes out to Deuce Alexander. Down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Simmons to the sideline, incomplete. Oscar Bird, the punter, is the holder. Plenty of leg, and it is plenty of distance, but at the upright. Zach Calzada. Quick pop, there's a flag down. There is Kendrick Law right on cue. Showing off that speed. There's another flag downfield too. Given time, Calzada throws it up for grabs, and it is incomplete.
McGowan was going to bring it in. Did Centurion Perkins get a piece of it just enough to kind of alter the rotation of the...
Dropping way downfield, screened against some pressure. Dante Dowdell out of bounds short. Aiden LaRosse, the punter. This is kind of the field position. If they were inclined to fake, they might. This is a much better punt. 1 year there, he's come to Ole Miss, and they love him. And it looked like he got just enough for the first down. Kentucky off guard. Low snap. Handled by Simmons. Lofts it up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Bryant. And back it comes to the 30-yard line. They will huddle. They will bleed the clock. As we said, they held them honest in the run game. Because they don't have really a number one wide receiver, they'll try to get guys loose with formations, bunches, and stacks. Right now it's just 4 wide. He's looking for Josh Caddis, the tight end, who got his feet tangled up.
Way too greedy from Calzada here. Trying to fit it into Caddis, but there's a defender working inside out, and that's TJ Banks. And little friendly fire with an accurate throw. It's picked, but an inaccurate.
2nd and 10. There goes Law, and here comes that jet sweep. He has a blocker, McGowan, out in front. Dowdell. 2nd and goal from the 9. With McGowan, the running back.
Is tough to defend, and so far a little off the mark early in this one.
Willie Rodriguez went in motion. McGowan puts his head down. Touchdown, Kentucky. What an effort by Seth McGowan. Jacob Coway makes it 7-0 Kentucky.
And finds pay dirt. Excellent work by this retooled offensive line.
Seth McGowan. What an effort. His 2nd touchdown. Back up to Kewan Lacey. Simmons out of the gun. Kentucky brings heat. And they run away from it. Logan Diggs remains the running back. 3rd down and a long 9. And it's intercepted again. Again by Ty Bryant. And he's again inside the 35. Safe play. Kendrick Law. Stumbles down at the 15. Coway from Billings, Montana has a big leg. Made his only try last week against Toledo. From 33. Out wide to Deuce Alexander. We're going to keep trying that and hope they can break a tackle. That the defense that knows how to play against this offense for Caden Lee. Another ball thrown into traffic and broken up. Hoping for a stop. They go out of the gun and they're going to throw it. And it is caught. A big play down the sideline. Harrison Wallace down to the goal line. Kewan Lacey. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Great job getting into an unusual formation where they had a hard time identifying who was where. You have Wallace, who's
brief that it is. He got into 9 games as a backup. Here's Seth McGowan for the gun. Low throw, and apparently caught it without putting a knee down, and it's a first down. And its own 30, leading by 3 early second quarter. Calzada, and that's batted down. Try to jam it into Willie Rodriguez. And Austin Simmons out slinging. 1st and 15 after the quick fake. Alexander breaks a tackle. Deuce Alexander, first down inside the 25. Starting to dominate in the yardage. Lacey got away from penetration.
That's what it looks like Ole Miss is lining up in here.
3rd down and 4. Simmons to the goal line. They signal touchdown.
Rolling on the field was a touchdown.
Knee down as well. Not out there at the moment. Damian Taylor takes the direct snap and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll still be a snap to Taylor. It is, with lead blockers and a touchdown. Extra point good by Lucas Carnero. It has not been very productive, and fans don't like it when they think you want to leave. Calzada after the play fake. There's Willie Rodriguez, the tight end. Flag down in the offensive back. Dowdell again. Running room for Kendrick Law. And a good tackle. 2nd and 10. From the 18. Good bounce by Dowdell, and then a leap. Running out of time. Throws it into a crowd, and it's incomplete. Lacey, nice run. Kewan Lacey refusing to go down. Carnero, and his first miss ever from 50 yards plus in the first quarter off the upright from 51. Matter of fact, at Western Kentucky, he was 14 out of 15 in his career from 40 plus. But yeah, you go quick and you snap it, they stop it, you might have to punt the ball away. Now McGowan. He snap it and throw it away. Do they get it off? They catch it inbounds. There is a flag down. Calzada has a strong arm. This is going to have the stats. Now he pitches it forward, I think. And it doesn't matter because he's out of bounds end to half. McGowan's the running back. Passive rush. Now they come after him with Suntarian Perkins, and that ball's thrown incomplete, out of bounds.
And played well down the stretch, but he's got to understand when to cut his losses in the second half.
The first Ole Miss quarterback with multiple interceptions in each of their first 2 games since the SEC expanded in 1990. Lacey had a touchdown in the opening half. He's up to 67 yards rushing and 4.5 per carry. The receivers who can make a play deep. They're sending several receivers deep, and Calzada throws it away. End over end line drive punt. Wallace taken down immediately. Same score when they hit that big play on 4th down. Open receiver caught. Trey Wallace to the throwing the ball to him for a catch. He's been targeted once. Lacey, all kinds of room. They throw a late flag. The referee threw the flag behind the line of scrimmage, and now there's an Taylor. That line is starting to do some work for made from 41 and has made one from 28. McGowan, nice run and a first down. Second and 1. They try to bring pressure off the corner. They have a wide open receiver, Jamori Macklin. Second catch for Macklin, one of the returnees. He was deep down the depth chart last year. McGowan falls forward. Second and goal from the 8. Lots of running room. McGowan's going to walk in. Untouched. Touchdown, Kentucky. And now Jacob Coway for the tie. Austin Simmons. The long mesh and a strike on target for another first down across midfield. Simmons flushed, and now has a lot of running room, and Bruckler's out there to block for him. 5th play of the drive. They've had it for a minute 50. Lacey Hall. Lacey cuts and has a first down. A lot of signaling from the sidelines. So the entire offense looking at it, and then they tighten it up. Receivers moving closer to the ball. Wallace, the motion man, design run for Simmons, trying to turn the corner. Touchdown, Austin Simmons. The job through most of the day. But Ole Miss marched right down the field there, and Carnero's extra point puts. Hands it off to Dante Dowdell, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Here's Molly. Here's Law. He got banged down after a 2-yard gain. Booming kick. It drives Wallace back to the 18. And they try to surprise Kentucky with a run. K'Wan Lacey swung down back at the 13-yard line. Stellato was the motion man. Caddis. McGowan has a couple of touchdowns. They moved the line of scrimmage to the offensive line. It was a while before he got touched. Kentucky once up by 10, now trailing by 7. Lots of running room. And Dowdell. Play action pass after the motion. Law's wide open. They flip it ahead to Law. Has some blockers out in front. And he got banged out of bounds near the 15-yard against the offense. Second down 14. Clean pocket, Calzada. McGowan the catch. Zach Calzada. Out wide, Caddis. It's broken up, and there is no flag despite the protest on the. Lacey again. Austin Simmons takes off running 3 straight runs. He gets yanked down. He tried to deliver a stiff arm. And he's not putting any weight on that left leg now. On him, the way that looked, you'd wonder if Simmons could possibly return.
And it's the left leg, and you see it underneath. He kind of gets rolled up.
Take over at the 40, 60 yards away from a tying touchdown. Play action pass. Looking for McGowan. Flag thrown on the Kentucky sideline. Dante Dowdell bounces. bouncing off would-be tacklers. 3 receivers to the right, 4 total. They sent McGowan out to the left. Boley looks in that direction. Poised in the pocket, and he just missed. Willie Rodriguez. 2 possessions before that, they scored a touchdown. The fake toss out wide, and Boley. 4:20 to go. Boley off the bench, running out of time, and he'll be sacked back outside the 30-yard line. But it is Trinidad Chambliss, the transfer from Ferris State, where he won a D2 national championship last year. Deuce Alexander. A substitution on the Kentucky sideline. Chambliss, a good dual threat quarterback, turns the corner, runs out of bounds at midfield. Chambliss gave it to Kewan Lacey, running room outside. Down the sideline he goes. And he spins down at the 17. They're going to mark it at the 18-yard. Deuce Alexander flagged down. He cuts inside, slides down. But they threw the flag. There'll be some phone conversation. Lacey, they're trying to strip him. They cannot. He took a direct snap to Kentucky and Oxford. It is a 10-point lead. Had the ball, the edge and time of possession, more than 31 minutes prior to this possession. They got the defensive stops when they needed them. Boley takes off running. You think this is a better Ole Miss team than a year ago? Does not seem to be in excruciating pain. Boley against the 3-man rush. That's caught. Hardly Gilmore to the 4th. Inside the 30. And spinning down at the 21. The backup punter is the holder. Well struck. He runs at it. Leaves it for LaRosse. And it is fielded by...
Starting at the beginning, they're going to become a very difficult team as the season goes along, assuming they can start a little better in the next few games.
So much adjusting to do. I mean, it's life in the portal, but this is a dramatic version of it when you bring back only 2 starters.